Hi everyone, Rachel J. I wanted to show you my latest books. I can't remember if I've showed you this one or not. So I've been working on a latch. The fixings are directly embedded into the cover with little chains, and then the latch itself attaches. It took me forever to figure this out, oh my gosh. Anyway, this one I put it in after I assembled the cover, but before I put the book block in. Just a little flick takes it off, and you can see the little loop there, and again a little loop in the back that the chains hook to, and completely covered by the front. So I actually cut a groove when I set this in. So you're not just putting a loop in, you're putting a loop with a tail. The tail's set in a groove, glued down, and then you put in the book block itself over that to cover it up. And that gives you the fixings, and that's how you do it on one that's already assembled. There we go, and there it is. And then this one is my latest one. Yeah, I'm happy and sad about this one. So I actually consider it a failure, but I still love a lot about it. So you can see the cover. I distressed the paper myself. Started with pure white 100% cotton paper stock, and distressed it myself. And you can see it's a lovely pattern. I'm actually quite pleased with how that turned out. The latch is built directly in. I built the cover in layers so I could inlay the fixings and not have the big hole, but have very minimal holes. Same on the front, so just flick, unlocks it. And you can see how snug that is. There isn't a hole around that. It's a very close fit. That's a pain in the butt to achieve, but I believe visually it's worth it. And you can see the end here. Those are set directly in, built into the cover as you go. Again, I did the hand marbled end papers with the paper I ordered from an artisan in Israel. And I learned how to sew book blocks, and hard to do this in reverse. There we go. You can see this is, I believe it's a kettle stitch, and there's a thread going from hole to hole, and you sew out and you loop around. So it's a new stitch for me. Rather liking this. But I ruined it. Instead of having the attachment point for the reinforcement for the cover on the outside of the cover, so I get the curve when it opens, I did it to the inside of the cover boards, and so it binds it tight. So it should curve inward against the spine of the block, but because there's a grommet set in this, it can't do that. So you get this thing going on. Basically, I ruined the book doing that. The pages actually pull away right in here because I messed up doing the reinforcement fabric that way. You're always supposed to put it on the outside. I did not, and then I put the paper over it, and I pretty much ruined it. It was a new thing. I thought I'd try it, see how it worked for me. I'm always experimenting, but I took this beautiful book that I made. This is the 2-inch size. I think the 1.5 is a little too small to get a good look on a stitched book, a sewn book block. I will try one of those, but yeah, so I took this beautiful book and I essentially ruined it. So I'm actually really bummed about that. I love a lot about this, but I'm actually quite disappointed with it because I did that to it. Anyway, I will be getting around to showing you how to make the simple version of this without the latch, with just like a string inlaid for binding, during binding to be a closure, and eventually I'll be working up to something more complicated like the chain latch or the cloth latch, or this bad boy right here. You got to do it in layers, and you kind of need to if you're going to do it properly and have very minimal marks, you pretty much have to run this through the paper and then start building your cover boards around it with the paper loose and flopping around. It's a huge pain in the butt. But if anyone actually has an interest in it, please comment. in the comment section below, and maybe like and subscribe. I don't know, that'd be nice. Anyway, if enough people ask for it, or anybody asks for it, I will go through the process of building the covers and building the findings in, and how to minimize the look. So you don't get this big old hole back here. You get this very crisp, clean, hidden look. Anyway, hope you like looking at my newest books, and let me know if you want me to show you in depth how to make these guys. Anyway, bye, good night.